if there is teaching going on in the masjid, as the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "La tamna'u ima'ullahi masajid Allah." Do not prevent the maid servants, the female slaves of Allah, from going to the mosques of Allah. Even though the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam added their houses are better for them. Or online classes, or online learning, or tapes, books. In any way, he needs to spend the money and the time, and he needs to do the fikr that the wife is knowledgeable about the matters of the deen, and her iman is strong, and that she learns and understands the importance of good akhlaq. And I will add another thing. Also advise her to make friends with good sisters, because many times it's the company you keep that ruins you. They give you the wrong advice, they take you in the wrong direction. So a person should advise the wife to keep friends with sisters who are pious and who have good akhlaq. The ninth right of the wife on the husband is that he defends her honor. In Arabic it's known, also we have this word in rira. One, it goes both ways, he has to defend her honor in the sense that how she dresses, how she carries herself, teach her the proper etiquette of talking to men, interacting with males. What are the Islamic limits of that? She has to observe them, and he has to feel jealousy for this. He has to have a sense of defending her honor, not his honor first, but even her honor. And over here, of course, we're not talking about honor and advantages. But at the same time, a person should not go overboard. This is also very important. This is also something very important, that a person should not go overboard. Some brothers, they go to extremes. And they start doing what is known as superborn. They start having bad thoughts and evil suspicions. That is the other extreme, which is not allowed. So you have to be really in the middle, and over here you have to be aware of what are the norms of the society in which she is living, and at the same time, how she grew up. Because let's say a girl who grew up in Saudi Arabia will be very different from a girl who grew up in the United States. That's just it. And a person should be, and this is where compatibility and choosing a marriage partner and all those things come up. A husband has to be very wise when he's dealing with this issue as well, because you cannot be so lenient that you have no sense of defending her. A man is holding her hand and putting arms around her, maybe even giving her a kiss on the cheek, and you don't care. Hey, it's just my boss. I'll get a promotion this way. And the other extreme is that she cannot answer the phone if the first phone call has to go to the answering machine, and only then, if it is her friend, she can pick up the phone. This is the other extreme. Ummahat al-Mu'minin used to talk to them. As long as she's following the proper etiquette, and the call is not lagging, it is not soft, it's perfectly permissible. So on and so forth. These are just a few examples to give you an idea that you should be in the middle, not the extremes in this matter. We have about another 10 minutes. The next we will talk about the rights of a husband and his wife. The first right, and the most important right, is the right of leadership. Being in authority. The word authority has some good and some bad connotations. Being an authority to some men means being a tyrant. Being extremely... This is a question. Being an authority, being a qawwam, and the right is known as al-qawwama, it is based on Surah An-Nisa. That's the first one. This once again goes back to what I said earlier. This is not a right that the human being has given to men. This is not a right men have said, okay, this is the right of men over women. This is the right that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given men over women. First the ayah of the Quran. So we know that this is in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Surah An-Nisa, ayah 34. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما the men have authority over the women due to the excellence which Allah has given to the man over the woman and due to the wealth that they spend on them. First question is, what does this authority over women mean? How are men in charge over women? Or how are they qawwam over women? As I said, it does not mean that a man is a tyrant. It does not mean that a man is a dictator. That's not what it means. Because the one on whom this ayah was revealed was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not like a tyrant with his women, with his wives, with his family members. None of his wives described him to be like that, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And going back to the ayah with which I started, we started talking about this topic, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the marriage to be one where there is mawadda and rahmah. There is love and mercy, compassion. So a man has to combine between these two things. Please understand this very well. A husband, and this is where you as where the smartness, the intelligence comes. This is where you have to find your balance. A man has to be in charge and at the same time in a way that she loves him. And she loves for him to be in charge, to be an authority. In charge does not mean पानी लेकर आओ. ये क्या खाना पकाया तुमने आज? That's not being in charge. नहीं कोई नहीं जाना, बस मैंने आज जाना है, मैंने अपॉइंटमेंट बनाई थी, आज हमने गरीब नवाज में, साबरी में हमारा खाना है आज. It's not being in charge. तुम कल चली जाओ. No. You have, the affection has to be there, the love has to be there. You have to be in charge and in authority. Think of it, I'll give you as a man, think of different bosses you have. There are some bosses, or your supervisors, or managers, or whatever you call them, or your director. Listen, wherever you are in the food chain, there is somebody above you. Wherever you are, doesn't matter. A smart boss is one who will make you work, but at the same time not make you think, right? A smart boss is one where he will say, Ahmad, can you please stay an extra 2 hours today? We really have to go this hour. And Ahmad will be like, yeah, sure, no problem. The way that he will talk to you will not hate him. Well, for you, I'm giving you an example that you can take home and think about. That's how you need to be kind of with her. You are in charge. But at the same time, you can't be with her in a way that she feels like you're choking her. You're limiting her, you're restricting her, you're too strict, or you are too harsh. Okay? You have to be gentle at the same time so she can love you from her heart. And this is the balance which you as a man have to find. And maybe get help finding. Okay. And the sister has no right to object. Why is he in charge? Maybe वो कोई और होंगे जो in charge होंगे, हमारे तो इस काबिल नहीं हैं. I can tell those who are smiling, they speak Arabic, they speak Urdu, and those who are not, they don't. I apologize. A captain, a boat, a ship has one captain. A country, every country, has one president. United States, there is Obama right now. Before there was Bush, then there was somebody else before that. Maybe there will be somebody else after that. A company has one CEO. A house is a unit. Someone has to be in charge. Otherwise, who is going to make the final decision? Someone has to. It just so happens that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left that final decision after consultation, after mashwara, after talking, loving, caring, understanding her concerns with the man. Now, let's say if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given this right to a woman over a man, did you have any right to object? Just like she's a wealthy woman and you have to spend on her. Do Do you have any right to object? Say no as hard as you said the first time. No, the brothers are not saying no. They are just, a few just shake their head a little bit yes, a little bit no. It's the same thing.